Right. There's this gentleman named Freeman Nickerson, and, well, he's concerned about his two boys who are living up in Upper Canada in the Hamilton, Mount Pleasant area. Freeman goes down to Kirtland from the town he's living in Perrysburg, New York, goes down there and employs the prophet and Cindy Rigdon. I'll give you transportation. Let's go up and talk to my sons and others in the area of Upper Canada and preach the gospel. So that's the context of this. They're going to go up and preach in Upper Canada. So it's one of the first opportunities, or is it the first opportunity? They're preaching the gospel outside the United States.
And it's a pretty good mission.
Yeah.
It's going to open a major pipeline, in a sense, not only to Canada, but ultimately through to Great Britain, because the people they're going to meet in Canada are going to pave the way to cross the Atlantic.
Look at what you're saying there, John, in verse 3. You're describing exactly is, I have much people in this place, in the regions round about, and an effectual door shall be opened. And
So when they end up at Mount Pleasant, they'll baptize 12 individuals, including his two sons, although Moses Freeman was skeptical about, Joseph coming in here, but after he heard his testimony, was converted. And then this effectual door in 1836, it's Parley P. Pratt who's up there on a mission and obtains the letter from someone in Hamilton and ends up in Toronto. And who does he end up at whose home? John Taylor's.
John Taylor.
So the Walton home and everything that's associated up there. And then John Taylor and Joseph Fielding, you remember the Fielding family, they're converted up there. So you've got John Taylor, the Fieldings, and three other individuals, and they join Heber C. Kimball in 1837 for a mission to England.
Great Britain.
So what an effectual door. The Lord, when He says, yeah, that's what's going to happen. It's just large.
well, there's a vote of confidence there. I mean, for any missionary, I want you to go out and you will be effective. And I think that most missionaries still have that in their call today. And then when they get out there, it's, okay, well, what is it that I should be doing? And perhaps, how should I be doing this? But one of the things I love about section 100 is look down in verse 5. Therefore, verily, I say unto you, lift up your voices unto this people. And what should I lift them up? Speak the thoughts that I shall put into your hearts, and you shall not be confounded before men, for it shall be given unto you in the very hour, yea, in the very moment of what you shall say. And then it seems verse 7 gives us a framing of how we should be going about that, of declaring whatsoever thing, but declare it in my name, in the solemnity of heart, spirit of meekness in all things.
And then you get the promise that the Holy Ghost will then shed
Verse
forth a bearing record of whatever you say, if you do those things. That's very important for us as members and for full-time missionaries, everyone, to appreciate what those verses are telling us.
It's just a great pattern of missionary work in general.
That's a good point. That's a good point. As a matter of fact, this is an important concept happening here with what are we going to do with Zion? How do we save Zion in Missouri, or the saints trying to live the experience of a community of Christ in Kirtland? We look at verse 13, this pattern is the same. And now I give a word concerning Zion. Zion shall be redeemed, although so she is chastened for a little season. But verse 16, I will raise up unto myself a pure people that will serve me in righteousness. I don't know if times have changed really that much.
See, his concern in verse 4 is for the salvation of souls.
That's right. And boy, that's still the concern today. Thank goodness.
So he's sort of just showing the saints there in Missouri, Missouri, yeah, pure people, that's what we want you to be. So he brings this thought in at the end, but it's really has a lot to do with the whole context of what's going in Zion.
Well said. Well, brethren, thank you for your help in understanding these sections. It's been fruitful.